Good morning, students. Myself, Rajni Sharma, your SST teacher. Today, I am going to start a new topic in front of you, lesson number 1 of economics development. The idea of development or progress has always been with us. We have aspirations or desires about what we would like to do and how we would like to live. Now, the meaning of economic development. It applies to the all round development of a country where the people earn higher income and can satisfy all their needs. It is a process where the real per capita income increases over a long period of time. It is measured by per capita income and national income. Now, your second topic is aspects of development. First, different person can have different developmental goals. Now, I'll give you one example related with this. A girl expects as much freedom and opportunity as her brother, and that he also shares in the household work. Now, I am giving you some more example related with this aspect. Now there are different categories of persons like landless rural laborers have different aspects and different developmental goal, and like this prosperous farmers from Punjab, they have different developmental goal than the landless rural laborers, or a boy from a rich urban family and a girl from a rich urban family have different aspects of development in their life. Now, the second aspect of development is what may be development for one may not be development for the other. It may even be destructive for the other. Now, I'll give you one more example related with this aspect. To get more electricity, industrialists may want more dams, but this may submerge the land and disrupt the lives of people who are displaced, such as tribals. They might this and may prefer small checks, dams, and tanks to irrigate their land. So, these are the two aspects of development. First, different persons can have different developmental goals. Second, what may be development for one may not be development for the other. It may even be destructive for the other. Now, your next topic is income and other goals. Now, besides seeking more income, one way or the other, people also seek things like equal treatment, freedom, security, and respect of others. Similarly, for development, people look at a mix of goals. Second, the developmental goals that people have are not only about better income but also other important things in life. Now consider one more example related with this. If you get a job in a far off place, before accepting it, you would try to consider many factors. Apart from income, such as facilities for your family, working atmosphere, or opportunity to learn. In another case, a job may give you less pay but may offer regular employment that enhances your sense of security. Now, similarly, for development, people look at a mix of goals. It is true that if women are engaged in paid work, their dignity in the household and society increases. However, it is also the case that if there is respect for women, there would be more sharing of housework and a greater acceptance of women working outside. A safe and secure environment may allow more women to take up a variety of jobs or run a business. Now, our next topic is national development. It is very important to keep in mind that different persons could have different as well as conflicting notions of a country's development. Our next topic, how to compare different countries or states. For comparing countries, their income is considered to be one of the most important attribute. It means the per capita income of the country, or we can say the average income of any country. Then after the next topic, I'll discuss with you the formula of per capita income and what do you mean by the national income. Now, the second point is countries with a higher income are more developed than others with the less income. Third, this is based on the understanding that more income means more of all things that human beings need. Whatever people like and should have, they will be able to get with greater income. So, greater income itself is considered to be one important goal. The income of the country is the income of all the residents of the country. That's why we call it average income of the country. Per capita income. Per capita income or average income measures the average income earned by per person in a given area in a specified year. It is calculated by dividing the area's total income by its total population. Now, next topic is criteria used by World Bank. But before this, I just want to tell you about the national income of the country. The national income of the country is the sum total of all goods and services produced within a country during a period of 1 year plus net income from abroad is called national income. Now, the criteria used by World Bank in order to categorize the different countries as a developed, developing, or the underdeveloped countries. First, countries with per capita income of US dollar 12736 per annum and above in 2013 are called rich countries, and those with per capita income of US dollar 1045 or less are called low income countries. That's why India comes in the category of low middle income countries because its per capita income in 2013 was just US dollar 1570 per annum. Next, the rich countries excluding countries of Middle East and certain other small countries are generally called developed countries. Now, sometime a question arises among the students that why the World Bank are not considering the Middle East countries as a developed countries because the Middle East countries have only one resource with them, for example, oil. But there are certain limitations of uses of averages. For example, suppose there are two countries A and B where the average monthly income is the same. In country A, most of the people have higher income, but in country B, the income of a very few people is high, while most of the people have very low income. So, everybody would like to live in a country A because there is a little difference between the income of the two people, while in country B, this difference is wide. Even though they are useful for comparison, they may also hide various disparities. Income and other criteria. People not only think of better income but also have various goals such as security, respect for others, equal treatment, freedom, etc. in mind. Similarly, when we think of a nation or a region, we may, besides average income, think of other equally important attributes. Now, the various important criteria to measure the development of any region are infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate indicates the number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 100 live children born in that particular year. Second important attribute, literacy rate, measures the proportion of literate population in the 7 and above age group. Next, net attendance ratio is the total number of children of age group 14 and 15 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. Now, next topic is public facilities. Money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you may need to live well. Very important statement. So, income by itself is not a completely adequate indicator of material goods and services that citizens are able to use. For example, normally your money cannot buy you a pollution free environment or ensure that you get unadulterated medicines unless you can afford to shift to a community that already has all these things. Money may also not be able to protect you from infectious diseases unless the whole of your community takes preventive steps. Topic BMI, Body Mass Index. Lack of quality food can lead to undernourished adults. One way to find this is to measure BMI, Body Mass Index. We can calculate body mass index by dividing weight into square of height in meter. If the BMI less than 18.5, then it signifies undernourished condition. If BMI is more than 25, then it signifies overweight. So, a healthy person is identified by BMI between 18.5 to 25. Related with this topic BMI, I'll give you one activity. This I'll let you know later on. This criteria is not applicable to growing children. Now, first we discussed about the criteria used by the World Bank in order to categorize the different countries. But Human Development Index uses a combination of development factors such as health, education, income for comparison of different countries. Human Development Report published by UNDP. UNDP, the full form of UNDP is United Nations Development Program. And the principle used by the UNDP for measuring development is different from the one used by the World Bank, in the sense that it uses a combination of factors such as health, education, and income as indicator of development. Next topic, sustainable development. Sustainability is the capacity to use the resources judiciously and maintain the ecological balance. Why the issue of sustainability is important for development? Because the development must be in rotation with the future. If natural resources are not sustained, then development will stagnate after a point of time. Exploiting resources unethically will ultimately undo the development that a country has achieved. This is because in the future those resources will not be available for further progress. Since the second half of the 20th century, a number of scientists have been warning that the present type and levels of development are not sustainable. Resources are replenished by nature, as in the case of crops and plants. In the case of groundwater, if we use more than what is being replenished by rain, then we would be overusing these resources. Consequences of environmental degradation do not respect national or state boundaries. This issue is no longer region or nation specific. Sustainability of developments comparatively a new area of knowledge in which scientists, economists, philosophers and other social scientists are working together. Thank you. Now, if anyone have any doubt related with this topic, then you can WhatsApp.